Welcome to Glintist, where we shed light on the most profound lessons from best-selling books. Today, we're venturing into a realm of gods and giants, heroes and monsters, order and chaos, as we delve into Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. How did the cosmos come to be? Who are the Aesir gods, and what are their tales? Get ready to uncover these mysteries and more. Glint 1. The birth of the cosmos and the 9 worlds. In the beginning, there was only Ginnungagap, the gaping abyss. On its fringes emerged the icy realm of Niflheim and the fiery world of Niflheim, and from this interaction sprang the giant Ymir and the cosmic cow Allfather. Ymir was the progenitor of the frost giants, while Allfather nourishing milk fed Ymir. Meanwhile, Allfather licked the salty ice blocks of Niflheim, gradually revealing Buri, the first god. Buri's progeny were the gods Odin, Vili, and Vi, who, displeased with the chaotic state of the cosmos, decided to impose order. They slew Ymir, and from his body, they fashioned the cosmos. His flesh became the earth, bones the mountains, blood the sea, and his skull the sky. In the branches and roots of the world tree Yggdrasil, the gods placed the 9 worlds, each with its unique inhabitants, such as gods in Asgard, humans in Midgard, and dwarfs in Nidavellir. The first Glint from Norse mythology presents the creation of the cosmos as a brutal but necessary act to establish order, symbolizing the triumph of civilization over chaos. Glint 2. Odin the Allfather. Our second Glint takes us closer to one of the key figures in Norse mythology, Odin the Allfather, known as the god of wisdom, war, poetry, and death. Odin is one to sacrifice much in his pursuit of wisdom. A standout story is when Odin gives up one of his eyes to drink from the well of Mimir, gaining boundless wisdom. In another tale, Odin's desire for knowledge drives him to sacrifice himself to himself. He hangs from the world tree, Yggdrasil, pierced by his own spear, for 9 days and nights. Through this ordeal, he discovers the runes, symbols holding various magical properties, further augmenting his wisdom. Odin's pursuit of wisdom, despite the cost, underscores his commitment to knowledge and the understanding that it often requires significant sacrifice. Glint 3. The mighty Thor and his legendary exploits. We now turn to Thor, the god of thunder, renowned for his strength, courage, and his wondrous hammer, Mjolnir. In our third Glint, we highlight an adventure of Thor, demonstrating both his physical might and his sheer tenacity. Once, Thor and Loki venture to the land of the giants, Jotunheim, where they encounter the giant king Utgard Loki. The giant king challenges Thor to a series of tests, which, unbeknownst to Thor, are cunningly designed to be unwinnable. He is first asked to lift a gigantic cat. Thor struggles and manages only to lift one of its paws. The cat, in reality, is the world's serpent, Jormungandr, disguising its enormous size. Next, Thor is challenged to a drinking contest, only to find that his horn is connected to the sea, and despite his mighty efforts, he cannot finish it. However, he does manage to lower the sea level significantly. Finally, Thor is asked to wrestle an old woman, Ellie, who is none other than old age itself, against whom no one can win. Although Thor fails these tasks in the eyes of the giants, his efforts underline his courage and relentless spirit. His tale teaches us that every failure can hold a hidden victory, and that perseverance is a virtue of the brave. Glint 4. Loki, the god of mischief. Our fourth Glint brings us to the unpredictable and cunning Loki. As a trickster god, Loki often sows chaos, but he also provides unorthodox solutions. His complex nature adds a different color to the pantheon of the Aesir gods. An intriguing tale involves Loki's mischievous act of cutting off Sif's golden hair, which infuriates Thor. To rectify his mistake, Loki convinces the dwarfs to craft new hair for Sif, along with other gifts for the gods, including Odin's spear Gungnir and Thor's hammer Mjolnir. In another tale, Thor's hammer gets stolen by the giant Thrym, who demands Freya as his bride in exchange for the hammer. It's Loki's plan that saves the day. He suggests that Thor disguises himself as Freya to retrieve Mjolnir. The trick works, and Thor recovers his hammer, dispatching Thrym and his court. Loki's tales illustrate that while his actions may initially create turmoil, they often lead to unexpected outcomes that ultimately maintain balance. His trickery and wit, while chaotic, are essential to the functioning of the divine order. Glint 5. Ragnarok, the doom of the gods. Our journey through the Norse pantheon now brings us to the cataclysmic event known as Ragnarok, or Doom of the Gods. In our fifth glint, we unravel the prophecy of the end times, a sequence of events leading to the ultimate destruction and renewal of the cosmos. The signs of the approaching apocalypse include a brutal winter that lasts for 3 years, known as Fimbulwinter, and the breaking of chains that bind Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, and the world's serpent, Jormungandr. At the onset of Ragnarok, the forces of chaos, including the frost giants and Loki's monstrous children, march towards the plains of Vigrid, where the final battle will take place. Odin faces Fenrir, Thor confronts Jormungandr, and Freya battles the fiery giant Surtr. The gods and their adversaries fall, and Surtr engulfs the world in flames, leading to its destruction. Yet, this isn't the end. From the ashes of the old, a new world emerges, lush and fertile. 2 human survivors, Lif and Lithrazer, repopulate the world, and a new generation of gods, led by Thor's sons, ascends to power. Ragnarok, this doom-laden prophecy, underscores the cyclic nature of the Norse cosmos. It highlights the Norse belief in the inevitability of destruction followed by rebirth, a cycle of endings and new beginnings. Glint 6. The Wisdom of Havamal. Our 6th glint takes us through the wisdom embedded in the Havamal. Havamal, or Sayings of the High One, is a collection of Old Norse poems attributed to Odin, full of practical advice and philosophical insights. Odin advises on various matters, such as the importance of hospitality, maintaining friendships, and being cautious with words. He warns against overindulgence in mead, as it dulls the senses, and counsels the need for wisdom to differentiate between right and wrong actions. One of the most profound sections is the Runatal, where Odin describes his self-sacrifice to gain the knowledge of runes. These stanzas emphasize the willingness to endure pain and hardship in the pursuit of wisdom, mirroring Odin's relentless quest for knowledge. The Havamal is essentially a guide to leading a fulfilling life. It encapsulates the values of the Norse society: wisdom, honor, courage, respect for the divine and natural order, and a practical approach to life. Glint 7. The Enigmatic Valkyries. In our 7th glint, we delve into the fascinating world of the Valkyries, the divine warrior maidens serving Odin. These figures are enigmatic, associated with both the beautiful and the brutal aspects of warfare. The primary duty of the Valkyries is to select the bravest of the slain warriors from the battlefield and bring them to Odin's great hall, Valhalla. These warriors, known as the Einherjar, will aid the gods in the final battle of Ragnarok. Valkyries are not just psychopomps, but also participate in battles, deciding the victors. One such example is in the legend of the hero Sigurd, where the Valkyrie Brynhildr plays a crucial role. She instructs Sigurd on the rune's wisdom, helps him in his quests, and their tragic love story forms the core of the Volsunga saga. The Valkyries symbolize the complex relationship the Norse had with war. They represent the martial valor glorified by the society, but their presence also signifies the inevitable cost of warfare, death. Glint 8. The Saga of Sigurd and Brynhildr. The 8th glint brings us to one of the most tragic love stories in Norse mythology, the saga of the hero Sigurd and the Valkyrie Brynhildr. This tale, central to the Volsunga saga, illustrates the destructive potential of deceit and misunderstanding. Sigurd, aided by Brynhildr, slays the dragon Fafnir and acquires its treasure. During their time together, they fall in love and promise to marry each other. However, destiny has other plans. Sigurd consumes a potion of forgetfulness and marries the princess Gudrun, while Brynhildr reluctantly agrees to marry Gudrun's brother, Gunnar. However, the truth eventually comes out, leading to a catastrophic chain of events. In her despair and anger, Brynhildr falsely accuses Sigurd of impropriety, leading to his death at the hands of Gudrun's brothers. Realizing the terrible mistake, Brynhildr kills herself to join Sigurd in death, marking a tragic end to their story. The saga of Sigurd and Brynhildr underlines the tragic consequences of broken promises and deception. It's a tale that warns against letting misunderstanding and falsehoods dictate one's actions. Glint 9, The Nine Worlds and Yggdrasil. The ninth Glint takes us on a tour of the Norse cosmos. Unlike many other cultures that conceptualize the universe as a dome or disk, the Norse envision it as a complex, multi-layered entity consisting of 9 worlds connected by Yggdrasil, the world tree. At the top is Asgard, home to the Æsir gods, and Vanaheim, home to the Vanir gods. Next is Alfheim, the realm of light elves, and Midgard, the world of humans, connected to Asgard by the Rainbow Bridge, Bifrost. Below Midgard is Jotunheim, the land of giants, and Svartalfheim, the dwelling of dwarfs and dark elves. Further down we find Hel, ruled by Loki's daughter Hel, a place where the dishonored dead reside. Niflheim, the world of fog and ice, and Muspelheim, the realm of fire and home to the fire giant Surtur, exist at the very bottom. In the center of this cosmic architecture stands Yggdrasil, an immense ash tree whose branches and roots connect all 9 worlds. The tree is a constant hub of activity, with various creatures inhabiting it, including the wise eagle, the chattering squirrel Ratatoska, and the gnawing dragon Nidhogg. The 9 worlds and Yggdrasil demonstrate the interconnectedness of all beings in the Norse universe. Each realm, though distinct, is part of the cosmic whole, and their interrelations shape the events of the mythology. Glint 10, The Art of Seidr and the Volva. Our final glint introduces us to the mysterious practice of Seidr, a type of Norse magic, and the role of Volvas, the female seers in Norse society. These elements, although not central, add depth to the understanding of Norse mythology and culture. Seidr is a complex art that encompasses divination, altering destiny, and affecting the mind. It's associated with the Vanir god Freyr, his sister Freyja, and Odin, who learned it from Freyja. Seidr practitioners, usually women, wielded considerable influence due to their ability to predict and manipulate the future. One of the most famous practitioners is the Volva in the Voluspa, the first poem in the Poetic Edda. She tells the creation of the cosmos, the gods' deeds, and the foretold Ragnarok, narrating the past, present, and future. Odin himself consults her, showcasing the high status of Volvas. The exploration of Seidr and the Volvas provides a glimpse into the spiritual and societal aspects of the Norse. It sheds light on the roles of women in Norse society and a respect given to magical and prophetic abilities. This concludes our journey through Norse mythology by Neil Gaiman. The key message of these glints is that Norse myths, filled with vivid characters and profound wisdom, offer a rich tapestry of heroic sagas, cosmological insights, and human virtues. They illuminate the Norse people's worldview and values and continue to captivate us with their timeless appeal. You've just listened to the Glints of Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman on Glintist. Got feedback? We'd love to hear what you think about our content. Please leave your thoughts in the comments.